from the News Channel 5 Network. This is OpenLine.
Good evening. I am Amy Rao Mohan here on Ask the Attorney with Kevin Kennedy. I'm filling in today for Chuck Long and really honored to be here on News Channel 5 Plus to host Ask the Attorney again. And here is Kevin Kennedy. It has been way too long.
Wow, way too long. I said, this is my Christmas gift with Amy. Amy and I did this show for years, and we got to see each other, but it was like instant. We were back together again. I even put on my little Christmas
I know, that's what I said.
coat.
You were much more blingy since the last time I've seen you.
Well, we were rushed in. You know, the Titans games got the traffic packed to the max, and all my family came in. Both my sons were there. They're both doctors, and one's married to a doctor, and they had an emergency in one, and so that ran our Christmas dinner a little late. But I'm delighted to be here tonight, especially with you, Amy. She and I solved a lot of problems for many years. So this is called the Comeback Tour, and I was delighted. It was almost like instantly we saw each other and we're reunited.
Yes.
It's an honor to be with you.
An honor to be with you too, and I'm still amazed, Kevin, after all these years, you are still busy as ever practicing in Clarksville.
Yeah, you know, Amy, I tell people it is one of the biggest shocks of my life that I was this busy at this age, because I would think, well, some people, you know, new things come along, but it really has been almost every day. There's somebody at my office at 7 a.m. every day, and most days there's multiple there. So when you drive in, they're already ready to see you. But I'm glad, you know, here's the truth, Amy. When I look back over my career, I've loved my clients. I love them.
Yeah, me too.
And so truly, it's the love principle. They love me. The vast majority have been, you know, they love me and they refer all the time, but I love them. And I love that we have this show that you and I can help so many people.
Yeah, this is an incredible opportunity. I mean, when do people get the opportunity to ask a lawyer for free of, you know, whatever questions they want? And Kevin has had such experience in the law with all types of different fields. I mean, you have done personal injury, criminal law, estate cases. What haven't you done, Kevin?
It's true. Well, you know, now that we've been there 37 years plus, we've handled lots and lots of personal injuries. That's what we do a lot of. Lots of car wrecks. One of the things this Christmas, I want everybody to be so careful. The interstate is murder. They are road rage intensified out here. It's a Titans game. So I want everybody to be extra cautious at Christmas. You know, they have a lot of accidents. So a little bit more cautious in your mind, and don't get agitated with the guys out here, because a wreck is it's nothing but trouble for everyone. And even if it's not your fault, you're going to have to go to the doctor and make a police report. You're going to really need to get a lawyer immediately. And so this weekend too, you know, so many families get together and there's disagreements, and we usually have some fights that come out of a disagreement. And so many people, they argue, and then one says, oh, I thought it was going to get out of hand. They've been drinking, so we call the police. Yeah. And you know what I hear all the time, we didn't even call. I said, well, who called the police? And so they come in, and somebody, most of the time, goes to jail. Makes a very sad situation, terrible Christmas memory. And so then, along with that, so many people get agitated at Christmas, and they're ready to divorce right after Christmas. We're holding it together. We'll get through Christmas, then here we go. So I'm sensitive to all those issues. And this Christmas, you know, try to focus more on your family, focus on the church, focus on the good things in life. And so that's what I'd encourage you to do tonight.
Yeah, and that's such valuable experience. Oh, I lost my earpiece here.
Okay.
But I mostly do civil litigation, and so to have the expertise with criminal law and family law, it's really great to hear. And we've already got callers here.
Okay, we'll hit it.
Getting rusty, Kevin, with this earpiece. All right, here we go. Line one, we've got Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Tell us what kind of question you've got.
I am a renter.
All right.
And I want to know a little bit about my rights as a renter.
Okay.
I have been told that the house is sold. And, of course, the owner offered in October to sell me the house. But I didn't feel as if I owed him that much money because I had already put $30,000 in the house in the 5 years that I had been here, and the roof was leaking and the electricity needed to be updated, and so I didn't feel as if the house cost was worth that much.
Yep.
But anyway, he has already sold the house, and they asked me twice this week if I could move Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm not ready to move exactly. I'm still packing. But what is my rights as a renter? How long, I mean, the 31st, is that my final day, and I can't do any more, or what?
I'll give
Laura,
you the
do you
answer.
have a lease?
I didn't have a rental lease. I did have a contract that I wrote up and the owner signed.
Okay, Miss Amy, you were right on it. Did they have a lease? That's a great question. The truth is, of course, she didn't. She called it a contract. A contract and lease may be the same thing. As a general rule in Tennessee, the old owner, the new owner has a right to issue a 30-day notice. They have to put it in writing, and once you've received that, you've got 30 days to vacate, or they can file for eviction. And if they do, of course, they're going to be entitled to back rent. They would be entitled to damage. If you could avoid all that, a good understanding keeps down a misunderstanding. And so I always try to encourage my people to find another place to avoid litigation if you can. And if you cannot, I might try to talk to them and say, I can't be out on this day, but if you give me another week, we'll clearly be out by then, and we'll be willing to pay a pro rata share of the rent. And so it's just what is right. What does pro rata mean? What is fair, and that you're only paying a portion. You have to negotiate that, and if they don't, they're going to charge you for a full another month or even more charges. So as a general rule, try to get away. The renters, in my opinion, have less rights than the landlords. Why is that, Kevin? Perhaps the landlords have the greatest lobbyists at the state of Tennessee. So there you go.
Yep, Landlord-Tenant Act in effect in Tennessee. We've got Rhonda here on line 2. Hi, Rhonda. Well, I may have pressed the wrong one there. Rhonda, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Rhonda.
You a Merry Christmas.
Oh.
We wish you a Merry
Oh, brother. Come on, Rhonda.
You a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hello?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
we got you.
Kevin, you want to do the second verse?
Yeah, that was really melodious. Thank you, Rhonda.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
They won't quit. Now, that's my family, really. That's
Oh,
my
it is?
wife calling in.
Oh.
Oh, my, they want their one moment of fame. God bless you, girls. It won't be long before I'll be back. Thank you for the calling. Watch the show.
All right. Well, I was glad to hear from Rhonda Kennedy.
They were feeling good back there.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. I always come
You're
in.
missing
I say,
out.
I said, do y'all watch the show? Well, a lot of times she does, but most time she says, I hear you too much anyway.
When you gather for Christmas, does everyone ask you legal questions?
Believe it or not, they constantly are asking me legal.
Yeah.
Hey, what about this? What about that? And business, and can they do this? Can they do that? What are our rights? So I'm glad to share it.
Well, you can ask the doctors now questions.
Yeah, I can ask the doctors. They'll try to charge me on the doctors.
All right, let's see. We've got Diana on line 3. Hi, Diana.
Yes, ma'am.
How can we help you today?
Yes. I got divorced, and my husband was ordered to pay $100 a month support, and he did that for a while. He was ordered to direct deposit it in my account, and he did it for a while. But he quit doing that, and I wanted to know, how would I get that started back?
Okay.
And would he be responsible for paying it, the court cost and the lawyer's fee?
Okay. As a general rule, when you have a court order, that's going to stand. So if he were ordered to pay that, then he has to obey that court order by the letter of the law. Anytime you ever have anyone say, well, I just wouldn't do this, and I would, You honor the court's orders. That's why we have them. They must be honored. And if he doesn't, he's in contempt of court. Now, how do we get to that phase? Then you go get a lawyer, they file a petition, they serve him. He's got 30 days to respond, and he'll either make it up or the judge will hold him in contempt, could put him in jail, could make a civil attempt, could award attorney's fees. And so that's your question. And so many people, so the word to the wise for everyone, if you're under a court order, honor it, obey it. It's just a matter of time till it'll play catch up and get you.
Right. And we've got a lot more calls here, and remember to call the number at the bottom of your screen, and that's 615-737-7587, 615-737+, and we'll be back after a short break.